Hello everyone, good afternoon. My name is Keisha Ashura Makwa with my SID 3J030095, and today I will be presenting about CTAS in language assessment subject. Before we dive into the technical details, let's establish why CTAS are relevant in the world of language assessment. I want to start with a fundamental question that will serve as the hook for our presentation. How can we measure a person language proficiency quickly, easily, and reliably? We know that designing a good language test, one that is valid and reliable, often takes a lot of time and money. CTAS offer an interesting answer to this challenge, and that is what we will discuss today. The main objective of presentation are clear. We will gain a strong understanding of the definition of CTAS, study in detail how the mechanism and rules for creating this test work. Alright, let's start with the definition of CTAS on the next slide. What is CTAS? A CTAS is a language assessment tool where takers reconstruct missing part of words in short paragraphs. Typically, the second half of every second word is deleted, and participants fill in the blank. This task measures overall language proficiency quickly and effectively, assessing vocabulary, grammar, and reading comprehension. It is known for being reliable, valid, and efficient for evaluating language skill in various languages. Okay, simply, a CTAS is a gap filling test, but it's not an ordinary gap filling test. The CTAS is fundamentally based on a linguistic principle called redundancy. What does that mean? Redundancy is an excessive or predictable information in language. For example, when we hear the word is, we know for sure that the next word will be a verb ending in, such as is eating. They must use vocabulary language. They must use vocabulary knowledge, grammar knowledge, and contextual understanding simultaneously to reconstruct the missing words. A little history: the CTAS was developed by Klein, Braille, and Ratz in the 1980s. They create it because traditional closed tests, which remove entire words at random, were often difficult to create and grade. The CTAS emerged as a more practical, easy to create solution that has nevertheless proven effective in measuring overall language proficiency. Next slide. Mechanism. First, the CTAS presents several short, authentic text passages. Second, in this passage, the second half of every second word is systematically deleted. Third, the test takers must restore the missing part. Fourth, this requires integrate use vocabulary, grammar, spelling, and contextual clues as understanding the sentence helps complete the missing segments. And the last one is because words are only partially missing and embedded in meaningful context, this text mimics real-world language processing. Next slide. Structure. First, typically, a CTAS includes 4 to 5 short paragraphs, ensuring varied lexical and grammatical items. Second, The placement of deletion follow a fixed pattern second half of every second word, which reduces test preparation, effects, and guessing. Third, each restored word counts as a score item. And the last one is the overall score reflects the test taker's global language proficiency. Next one. Benefits. First, efficient and quick to administer compared to traditional language tests. Second, highly reliable and valid as it combines multiple language skills. And the last one is resistant to cheating because of the unpredictable pattern. Next. Example. This is example CITES before to format CITES. Is it the original text? English is a globally dominant language used in areas such as science, technology, and business. Its simple grammar and vast vocabulary made it relatively easy to learn. Without mystery requires considerable effort. And this one is a CITES format. This is the after before originally text. English is a global blah blah blah, dominant blah blah blah, language blah blah, etc. Okay, next. After experiencing the CITES mechanism, let's summarize its role in assessment by looking at the four primary advantages that make it such a popular choice among language testers. Advantages of CITES. Why choose CITES? First, high reliability, consistency. Objective scoring, one correct answer except original word, eliminates scorer subjectivity. As we discussed in the scoring section, the scoring is extremely objective because the test only requires the exact original word to be constructed. There is no ambiguity. These elements any subjective judgment from the scorers, ensuring consistent results regardless of who is grading the paper. Next, high practicality, ease of use. Quick to construct uses a systematic mechanical deletion rule, the 50% rule, easy and fast to administer and grade. CITES are quick to construct because the deletion process is mechanical. You simply follow the 50% rule, making it fast and easy compared to designing complex communicative text or multiple choice question. It is also very easy and fast to administer and grade. Third, high validity. What is measures? Measures integrated language proficiency, global skill, draws on vocabulary, grammar, reading, and context knowledge simultaneously. The CITES measure integrated language proficiency, what researchers call the global language scale. When you are filling in the gap, you aren't just using grammar or vocabulary in isolation. You are integrating all your knowledge, lexical, grammatical, textual, to make a single correct choice. This integrated nature makes the CITES a strong predictor of overall language ability. And the last one is cost and time effective. Finally, CITES are cost and time effective. Requires minimal training for administration. Single paper-based test is sufficient for a reliable score. They require minimal training for administration, and because the test is so reliable and integrates multiple skill single paper-based, CITES is often sufficient to obtain a reliable measurement of a student overall proficiency. Next slide. Of course, no task is perfect, right? To give a balanced perspective, we must now turn our attention to the limitation and criticism of the C-test method on our final content slide. As we conclude the core content, it's essential to present balanced view. While the C-test is highly efficient, it's not important to remember the maximum. No, the test is perfect. Let's look at the main limitation and criticism. First, limited construct coverage does not measure production skills, specifically speaking, and productive writing. Primarily assesses a receptive and controlled productive skill. The most obvious criticism is the limited construct coverage. It's by its nature as a reading gap filling, the C-test primarily assess integrated receptive skills, but it does not measure productive skill like speaking or productive writing. If your assessment goal is to measure a student's ability to communicate orally and or produce a coherent essay, the C-test is not sufficient on its own. Second, low face validity. A typical appearance, the half-word deletion format does not resemble real-world language tests. The takers may perceive it as a strength or a trick test. Validity is about whether the test looks like it measures what it claims to measure. Because the format involves reading a text with half words missing, it appears artificial and unnatural. Test takers might perceive it as strange or even a trick test, which can negatively affect their confidence and motivation. Okay, next, third, susceptible to task wiseness. The task takers can learn the 50% deletion rule and use it as a strategy potentially inflating scores. Third, like many structured tests, C-tests are relevant somewhat susceptible to task wiseness. Once test takers become familiar with the format, specifically the 50% deletion rule, they can develop conscious strategies such as simply predicting the second half of the word, rather than relying solely on deep contextual processing. This strategic use can potentially inflate their scores. Finally, the last one is high text dependence. The difficulty of the test relies entirely on the text selection, topic complexity, vocabulary frequency, sensitive to errors in the initial application of the 50% rule. The difficulty of the entire test relies heavily on the quality and complexity of source tasks. Choosing a text that is too specialist or too simple or making an error when applying the mechanical 50% rule can seriously promise the test validity. The limitation remains that the C-test should be used as a powerful tool in a comprehensive assessment battery, not as the only tool. Next. Part 2. We now move to the case study where we are tasked with developing a C-test to evaluate the overall proficiency of 30 intermediate level students who have completed their course. This requires us to develop the taste, the scoring guide, and the justification. Okay, next slide. This is test 1 or text 1 for the intermediate level students. For text 1 this, I developed two short texts, each around 19 words. 90 words. The text 1 have a title, The Future of Remote Work, focuses on business and technical vocabulary. This topic is appropriate for intermediate students as it's really fun to their future careers. The text yields 46 gaps, testing complex noun transformation, arrangement, and grammatical forms, allow and answering. Next, the second text, have a title is Climate Change and Global Responsibility. Shift the topic to environmental and academic discourse, introducing like pressing, mitigate, and sustainable. This variation is essential to ensure we assess a wide range of the students' vocabulary and grammar, fulfilling the requirement of the case study. This text result in 47 caps, giving us a total maximum score of 93. Next, how to answer CITES item. How to answer CITES item? First, read the passage carefully for general understanding. Second, identify each blank where part of a word is missing. Third, use vocabulary, grammar, and sentence context to guess and reconstruct the correct word. Fourth, write down the missing letters so that the word form a correct and meaningful answers. And the last one is review and correct your answer before submitting. Next slide. Scoring guide. This slide and the next slide. The scoring guide addressed to standard C-test principle. 1 point is awarded only for a correctly restored word, meaning the exact word spelling and form must be right. We will not use particle points to maintain height objectively. With a total of 93 possible points, we map the results to the following proficiency criteria. Iteration, correctly restored, exact word, correct spelling, and morphology. Points 1 point. Justification, this standard ensure high scoring, objectivity, and reliability. Next, partially correct or incorrect or blank. 0 points. In a standard proficiency, it has no partial credit is awarded. Maximum total score 93 points. 46 gaps in the text 1 plus 47 gaps in text 2. A score of 60%, 56 points is a minimum passing grade for intermediate level or B1. Scores above 80% indicate an upper intermediate level or B2. Next slide. This is a score range out of 93 percentage. Proficiency level CEFR. Interpretation. First one is 74 to 93, 80% to 100%, Proficiency level is B2, upper intermediate. Interpretation is excellent proficiency. The student has clearly mastered the material. And the second is 56 to 73. Percentage 60% to 79%. Proficiency level is B1 intermediate. Interpretation course target achieve or pass. The student can function independently in most situations. And the lesson is 37 to 55 percentage, 40% to 59%. Proficiency level A2, pre-intermediate in precision. In interpretation, we will target the student needs remedial instruction in foundational grammar and vocabulary. Justification alignment. The texts were selected specifically because their language aligns with the B1 or B2 intermediate level. They contain compound sentence, conditional clauses, and sophisticated vocabulary. Ultimately, phrasing and transformation, which require more than just basic word recognition. The two distinct topics ensure the test is a robust measure of overall language ability, not just one vocabulary domain. Next, justification. Advantages over other tests. The C-test over other methods is superior to multiple choice question because it requires the student to produce missing segments rather than simply recognizing an option, minimizing quizzing. It is more practical and objective than open-ended writing, as it can be scored instantly, making it suitable for a class of 30 students. And unlike the random closed test, the C-test systematic deletion ensures more even sampling of grammatical and lexical items throughout the text, giving us a more reliable measure of their general language proficiency. And finally, the conclusion. C-tests are an effective reliable tool for assessing overall language proficiency, especially for intermediate level students. This task type requires students to reconstruct missing parts of words within contextual meaning short text, which test their vocabulary, grammar, and reading comprehension at once. Because the tests reflect authentic language use and encourage active thinking, they are useful for measuring real-world communicative ability more accurately than many traditional language tests. Using C-tests can enhance language teaching. And thank you so much for hearing my explanation. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. The explanation. Thank you and bye bye. See you.